This was a history in the making. You're a part of history this evening. This is the first fight ever to be held in the Treasure Island, and it was done on a handshake and a word with Mr. Phil Ruffin. He demonstrated beyond belief, that you could do things like we did years ago when we shook hands, gave the word, and then fulfilled the prophecy of carrying it out. The performance is what counts in the end. And greatness, because this is what it's really all about. It's about working together and working together works. I was so proud to hear Gary's son say that he and I, we do the best that it is to be done. So, you know what I mean? So, thanks, Gary, for little Gary. All right, talk to him and bring Yonnhy Perez up, the new champion of the world.
Okay. I certainly apologize because I'm going to be running off. I'm on my way to Korea. I have hired security to protect my two fighters from Don when I leave. I want that on the record. On a serious note, thank obviously Showtime for making this possible. Thank the TI for a great venue. Everybody who went to this fight and paid for a seat surely got their money's worth. You saw two great fights from four great warriors. And the most important thing is they all came out of the ring healthy. That's the most important thing. It's my honor to, on a night like this, to leave with two great champions. Antonio DeMarco in the first fight. Saw his dreams come true. I just want to give you a quote, and this was out of his mouth, that it wasn't that long ago that he didn't know where his meals were coming from, and he was going from house to house in Mexico getting the next meal. And today, he's the world champion. I don't know where Romulo is. Romulo right there in the back. Romulo is his trainer, his subset father, his subset father-in-law, and everything else. And Yonnhy Perez, who not long ago left to go to South Africa to fight Silence Mabuza, who is a hell of a fighter, and was losing on all the cards and pulled out a miracle knockout in the 12th round to get the opportunity to fight for the world championship. And today he came, and he's going to go back to Colombia the way he never thought that he would. This is a young man that every purse that he's gotten since I've represented him has sent 95% of all the money back to Colombia and lived on 5%. Before I leave, and obviously Danny Zamora, his trainer, has done a great job. He was assisted today by Yoel Diaz. I don't know where Yoel is. Yoel right there. I just want to say before, I'm going to turn the microphone over to my co-promoter, Thompson Boxing, and I'm going to trust him with DeMarco and obviously Yonnhy Perez. I am the luckiest man in the whole world for two reasons. One, more than two reasons. One, I have a great partner in Ken Thompson and Thompson Boxing, an honest, great partner. I'm so proud to be associated with him and Alex and Yonnhy. The other reason I'm lucky is these two kids up here are the sweetest kids that you could ever meet. Inside a ring, outside a ring, anywhere else, the most humble guys. Both, well, you give them a sweatsuit and they break down hysterical crying, how appreciative they are. So I just want to say how lucky I am to represent both these fighters. And last but not least, I want to thank my staff, John Benatti and Seymour and Toya. Don knows, and I'll speak for Don, whether it's Dana Jameson or Juan. Tell us, speak like Juan, quick. Come on, guys. Tell
Okay, he's my boss. He told me what to do. I gotta do it.
But seriously, Don and I stand up here, but it's the staffs that make everything great. So from the bottom of my heart, I wish I could stay. I wish I could talk as long as Don. I'm out of there, and I'm a big fat guy, but I'm on my way to Korea. I thank you. Treat my fighters right. Thank you so much.
And let them meet and greet the champion.
Thank you, Don. On behalf of Thompson Boxing Promotions, promoter Ken Thompson, sitting up here in the dais, we want to thank you, Don, for putting on a great show. We're coming back to Las Vegas, and for giving the fans an exciting night of boxing on Showtime. I want to thank Showtime and everybody that made this possible. Joseph Agbeko is a great champion. He defended his title a number of times, and we knew that coming in. Yonnhy Perez had to dig very deep today to obtain this victory. I think this could be considered fight of the year, and a lot of you that were here, and for what I heard on the people that were talking about it on television, they consider as fight of the year. Great technique, two world-class fighters, giving it their all, and I can't say enough about these two gentlemen that fought their hearts out tonight. But without further ado, let me introduce to you the new IBF Bantamweight Champion of the world, Yonnhy Perez.
Bueno, muy buenas noches. Quiero darle gracias a Dios, a mis promotores, a Don King, que lo tengo aquí presente, a Showtime por darme esta gran oportunidad, y espero que me siga brindándome el apoyo para seguir adelante. Y desde aquí les envío un cordial saludo a todas mis amistades, a ustedes que están ahí presentes por apoyarme, y quiero decirles de que de ahora en adelante voy a esmerarme cada vez más porque voy a tratar de ser el mejor.
He wants to thank everybody that made this fight possible, his promoters, Don King, for making this fight possible, to Showtime that allowed him to be on their airwaves, and he hopes that they're going to be able to showcase him again in the near future.
Yes, for the rematch,
Probably a rematch, we'll see.
Give them good fights all the way down the line.
Not only does he want to thank everybody in the promotional team, but also his friends that are here, some of them from Colombia that came to see the fight. And he wants to promise all the fans that now that he's a champion, he's always going to do his best to represent everybody in Colombia and to represent as a great champion of the sport.
Right on, man. Thank you. Well, there you have it.